of whatever comes after that. Welcome to week 3, Sunday morning live stream as I'm warming up my golden pipes. We, as always, are here to answer all of your start-sit questions, talk actives, inactives, weather, all of that fun and exciting stuff headed into week 3 of the NFL season. So thank you, as always, for joining us on this wonderful, glorious, muggy something Sunday morning. So might as well go ahead and start off with what's taking the internet by storm as we warm this thing up. And I don't mean Gardner Minshew, I mean Antonio Brown. So Antonio Brown has been released by the Patriots. He's since released a diatribe of tweets, not saying he didn't sexually assault anybody, just saying other people did too, and they got this. It's like he took shots at Big Ben, Robert Kraft, Shannon Sharp, and then was complaining that he could have $40 million in guarantees voided. So more on all of that on Monday, but in the aftermath of that, for what pertains to today, Jakobi Meyers is active. I'd expect Philip Dorsett to fill, right back in with Edelman and Josh Gordon, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, there also is no James White, so we get to see both of our favorite New England rookies get the active bump today with Damien Harris also being active for that game.
Yep. All right, Jerry would like to know, half PPR, Debo or John Brown?
Supposed to be high winds and gusts out there in Buffalo today, so I'm kind of avoiding the deep pass game if I can. I'll take the safer floor with Debo.
I'm kind of not, I guess. I don't know. What are gusts supposed to be up to there?
I'm pulling everything up now.
I looked at it this morning, and I think
I've been watching DFS stuff all morning. Trying to get
I think it was like 9 miles an hour.
Well, no, it wouldn't be much for gusts if it's 9 miles an hour.
Right. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's 15 right now. So, I mean, I don't think that's enough to necessarily.
I don't know if Debo's enough to knock me off John Brown.
It's not, given the upside. I mean,
fine.
You could. No, I don't. No. What are you doing, Weather Channel? Stop.
It's saying sustained winds of 15 miles an hour will have impact on passing kicking game.
Yeah,
John Brown really isn't just a deep threat. It's just it's me more in my DFS mode. I'm avoiding. I think you can still play John Brown just fine though.
Yeah, I would go John Brown over Debo. That's not enough to knock me off of John Brown either. He's going to be the primary target recipient, and honestly, Josh Allen has a cannon of an arm, and I don't expect 15 mile an hour sustained winds to really knock him off of that. I'm going to ignore that China #1 can we talk politics thing, because obviously not. Would you play Larry Fitzgerald over Woods, Allen Robinson, or Marlon Mack this week?
I'd play him over Allen Robinson. I wouldn't play him over Woods or Marlon Mack.
Oh, I can put people in timeout? Sweet.
You can.
I did. I put that China whatever in timeout.
Yeah, I see it. Like, either way,
you're trying to hijack a stream. My advice is fuck off.
Wow. Would you pick ours?
Would you play Larry Fitzgerald over? Sorry, did you answer that? I was busy being pissed off.
Yes, I did. Jared, if you want to just go ahead and give us the point scoring, I don't think it would change for me. I would play Fitz over Allen Robinson, but I would not play him over Woods or Mack.
I wouldn't either. Allen Robinson, look, the only reason I didn't drop Allen Robinson this week is because it's against Washington, and if he doesn't do anything again this week, he's at least going to timeout, and maybe more if I need the bench space. Drop is in a no bench league, waiver wire roulette. So in Woods, Mack is a little banged up, so Wilkins might sprinkle in, but I'm not.
I mean, they get Atlanta. Atlanta gives up chunk runs.
Full point PPR definitely fits.
Yeah, then I'm definitely playing Fitz over Robinson.
Woods. Yeah, or Robinson.
Yeah.
Diggs or Gordon? Diggs for me.
I think Gordon. I just don't like the game script for I'm wearing the Diggs jersey, so maybe just because I'm a Vikings fan and I just love Diggs. But we saw this game script play out in week 1, and 10 passes for Kirk Cousins. They're at home. They're massive favorites. This figures to be a bounce back game for the offense in terms of at least running the football that way. Josh Gordon's gonna get a hapless Jets defense. While Diggs might be relevant, I think more so in the second half, I've taken my chances on Gordon.
Well, hapless Jets defense is the other thing that makes me concerned about that game script as well. So
I know. I mean, it's both tough. I think give me Brady throwing the ball more to just more times than Kirk Cousins.
See, for me, it's which scenario could I see the game script not being what we think it is and being closer? I see that more with Derek Carr in Oakland and Minnesota than I do with Luke Falk against the Patriots. So
that's fair.
That's my twist on it. So whichever one of those narratives you want to agree with, we don't have the third anymore, so we can't tie break this. But whichever one of those narratives you want to agree with, Jerry wants to know, in QB redraft, would you dump Baker and pick up Rex Burkhead and play him over John Brown? I also have Wentz. Probably not.
I'm not jumping in the Rex Burkhead. I know James White's inactive. No, like this is going to be a girls' backfield. They're about negative game script.
I don't think they're activating Damian Harris to not give him touches, and you've got Sony Michel also. So, yeah, I would not do that now. Definitely, like, you maybe had me at dump Baker and keep Wentz and pick up Burkhead just in case, but this play him over John Brown thing, and I don't think you're dumping Baker for somebody you're not going to play.
Yeah, there's no reason to dump him if you're not going to use him this week.
Indeed. All right, keeping it moving. Jimmy Graham's active for Green Bay against Denver. LaShawn McCoy active for Week 3 against the Ravens. This is another game impacted by weather, so I actually like LaShawn McCoy a bit more in this.
I feel like this is a trap game for McCoy. I mean, it's tough because you think Baltimore's run defense is going to be better, but they played Miami and it banged up the D-Jacks. Like, the Chiefs running game has been pretty bad this season. Like, none of them have looked great. Darrell Williams, could get hurt or could get touches. Darwin Thompson, who I know that you and I both don't believe in. This is tough for me to want to play McCoy.
I don't think it's a trap. I'm starting McCoy because I have to, and I don't think it's a trap game, and that's kind of, yes, the running game hasn't been great, but you're going to have, this is another one where you're going to have wind. Yes, big arm quarterback. You're going to have rain most of the time, so you're talking short passes, get somebody out in the open and try to make plays, and that is going to be LaShawn McCoy, not,
I mean, that could be really anybody with this Chiefs. Right. I'm not concerned about the rain. I don't think it's that much wind. I think you may see some guys slip, but like Robinson, Miko, Watkins, Kelsey, all those guys can get any sort of 5-yard pass taken to the house. McCoy could be huge, and I may be talking myself out of it, but
I think you are.
I think you're overthinking. I think you're overthinking
this one.
Maybe I am.
I think
I've been running about running backs all season so far. So fuck do I know?
Win 10 to 15 there. So again, and rain the entire time.
Yeah.
So again, I'm on McCoy, but this week Dan is not. Dan sounds like he's overthinking it, but maybe I'm not thinking about it enough. Who knows? Adam Schefter reports Jordan Reed's career is in doubt. He's still weeks away from a potential return, and his career should be in doubt. Should be over, honestly.
I mean,
and 7 concussions, you don't keep doing that to yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
you should have stopped about 4 concussions ago.
Right? It should have stopped after all the slew of injuries.
Right.
Like there's life after football, and if he wants to be able to have one, I think he's got to call it.
Yeah. Devin Singletary's inactive for the Bills. I am all over Frank Gore this week.
Yes, this one we won't disagree on. I love me some old man Frank Gore this week.
Cam Newton's not going to play this week. He's day to day. Kyle Allen will start for the Panthers. He was not too bad in his one start last year.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be much worse to what
Cam has been early on.
Yeah, so I can't see much worse getting better. Or I can't see it being a
whole lot worse.
A whole lot worse than what we've had.
Yeah. James White, we already talked about him. He's out for week 3. We already kind of broke that down in question form. Greg Olson's good to go against the Cardinals. T.Y. Hilton, Marlon Mack, both active for the Colts after, being game time decisions. Rashad Penny not going to play against the Saints. I like Chris Carson a lot in that one, especially given game script.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, and Corey Clement all inactive for the Eagles. So Nelson Aguilar, another one that I'm all over this week.
I like him. Ertz is going to get 20 targets this week.
Goddard's active too.
Well, yeah, they're going to be a lot of 12. It's going to be. It depends who's going to get the one spot, or it depends who's going to get the outside slot or the outside role with Aguilar. If it's going to be either Matt Collins or Jaws, my bet that would be Jaws.
Jaws outside and Hollins outside and Aguilar out of the slot, potentially, or and a lot of 12. So
I just expect more 12 when you don't have your two main outside weapons.
I mean, you're going to have to because your tight ends are your next best weapons on that team.
Exactly. So this could be, yeah.
Okay. And we're done. Can I kick somebody?
I got him. I got him blocked. It's a blocked on yours. You can just.
I hit all of his messages.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway. Yeah. And that. Sorry, guys. Have to take care of some stuff here.
T.Y. Hilton's active. There was talks about both him and Mac being questionable. We already spoke about Mac. T.Y. you just fire up and move on to the next game. Been fantastic these first 2 weeks.
Yep. I don't even remember where I left off after that fucking stupidity.
Mark Andrews. Yeah, it's Mark Andrews. Truly a questionable. He was 50-50.
He's
Ravens liked what they saw from him.
He's active.
He's active this week.
Okay. Anyway, I found my spot again. Eddie Pinheiro, questionable for week 3 against the Redskins. Go ahead and pick up a replacement there. If you're starting Eddie Pinheiro, don't risk that. It's a Monday nighter. No reason to. Yep. Eddie Pinheiro is not Zerline or Justin Tucker. So
exactly.
Tre'Quan Smith out for week 3. I don't know that I care that much outside of Michael Thomas. I want nothing to do in Alvin Kamara. I want nothing to do with the Saints right now.
Yeah, just Kamara and Thomas. I don't care about any of the ancillary pieces.
Yeah, Sterling Shepard good to go for week 3 after missing last week with a concussion. David Johnson plays David Njoku, not David Johnson. I have outdone that and gave some fake news there. David Njoku placed on IR with a wrist injury. He's going to miss at least 8 weeks. So, no him. Tyler Higbee out for week 3 against the Browns, the Browns are missing Denzel Ward. So, that to me makes Gerald Everett and this mess of tight ends, if you're looking for a streamer, worth it. Those two guys will get 4 to 6 targets a game between the two of them. So if you're down to just one of them against a team that's missing its best safety, and Demarius Randall, I think, is just coming back from an injury. Secondary's banged up.
Denzel Ward there. Isn't he their cover corner, isn't he?
Might be. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Either way, though. Grady Williams was hurt. Demarius Randall's coming back from injury. Denzel Ward not there. Banged up secondary. I don't.
Yeah, question.
What's that?
Raymond wants to know Marquise Brown versus the Chiefs. Cooper Kupp versus the Browns. Standard scoring.
It's Cooper Kupp. Never not Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, no, it's Kupp.
Yeah, just some concerns in the deep game there. All right. Tyrell Williams and Josh Jacobs are left off the Raiders' final injury report. They're going to go. James Conner is good to go for week 3 after dealing with a knee injury. Keenan Allen's good to go for week 3 after dealing with the knee injury. Trent Taylor's on IR for the 49ers. That means Deebo Samuel, as we kind of alluded to earlier in the show, should see most of the slot work. You should see a decent amount of targets, especially since Dante Pettis is still, banging Shanahan's wife or something.
He's somewhere. He's not on the field. He's not catching passes, but he's somewhere. He's somewhere.
And Tavon Austin and Michael Gallup both going to miss time for the Cowboys. They're both out. Gallup, we know, had a meniscus trim, so he's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks. Tavon Austin out. So Devin Smith will be active again, but Randall Cobb should be the next one in line for targets, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like Cubs. I mean, if Dallas is going to end up sitting all their guys, is because they're up 40 points.
So Raymond said it was a
somebody's scoring points.
So Raymond said standard league. Does that change anything for you?
No, because I said it was standard scoring.
Oh, you did?
I assume.
Okay.
Yeah, I said standard scoring after Redham. It's all been Cup for me.
Yeah,
I like Brown, but I think Cup's going to be more involved in that offense. And if we're concerned about weather,
you mentioned a trap game from McCoy.
Like
that whole thing could be a damn trap game.
It could be. I mean, like if you look at the over/under totals, it opened up at 51.5. It jumped to 56.5, and then when the reports came out on Thursday, it dropped back down to 51.5. Like it's
all over the place.
It's all over the place. We don't really know what to expect. I mean, it could be a 70-point total game. Both teams can go off.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah, it could be, but it also could very well be a trap game.
Yep.
Really? Don't know what that's about. Let's see. Brian Hill. Yeah, nothing new and active wise.
No. I think everything's pretty much. I don't think anything was out of sorts.
Where did my stream go? We're still active, aren't we?
Let me look. Yeah, we're still live.
What the hell? Just like disappeared.
China hacked us. What happened?
Something. Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah, don't know what happened there. Anyway, unless there's any more questions, I don't get anything else for this one. Winston or Watson at quarterback.
Ooh, man, I love Winston and a bounce back against New York this week too.
Houston's
got the Chargers. Like, god damn.
Chargers with at least banged up safeties.
I think Watson. I think you got to go Watson.
I think you do too.
He's just a safer play.
They kind of put handcuffs on Winston last week, and he was fine, but not spectacular.
I mean, it's a good week to play Winston if you're looking for a bounce back, but I'm not playing him over Watson.
Oh, Woods, Hollywood, John Brown, or DeMarcus for wide receiver 2. Tight ends, Mark Andrews. So I don't think playing Hollywood 2 would be wise.
That's no difference. I mean, both Hollywood and Mark Andrews have been insane the first 2 weeks of the year, and they both haven't done they both play completely different. I mean, you're playing Woods, right? Yeah. Like if it's Robert Woods, you're going to play him over all three of these guys. Like you can't chase DeMarcus Robinson. It could be the running backs this week. I mean, it's the next guy up almost in Kansas City.
As long as it's half or full PPR, I'd agree with that. Standard, I might go John Brown just because I think there's enough floor there, and bigger chance for big play. But otherwise, it's Woods.
It's Woods for me in all three. I mean,
yeah, I want to look something up real quick. Maybe I'm completely undervaluing Robert Woods right now.
Well, you've always, I mean, it stems to the Cup versus Woods for us from the from the off season. I mean, it's still. I mean, the Rams passing offense really hasn't.
8 for 70, 8 for 70, and 2 for 33 with no touchdowns. I think that's why I'm devaluing Robert Woods.
Oh, it's full PPR. I mean, I like John Brown. I do. I mean, I was on him last year. It's been good to see him get his work for this year, but also Rams offense is better than the Bills. The Bills matchup. Cleveland's going to at least try to keep. Cleveland's going to at least try to keep that game respected. So that game could be a shootout.
Mm-hmm. Bills have Cincinnati, so I mean, not.
Well, I know.
I mean,
with high. I mean, if with high,
John Brown for me. Well, I'll throw it out there. It's John Brown for me. I am not, until I see the Rams get their life together, going to bet on. We know Goff and Kupp have rapport. Robert Woods, I think right now is the short man on the stick there, if you will. And it could vary game to game, but John Brown is the guy at Buffalo, and after 2 strong weeks, I think you got to ride that wave in what should be a plus matchup.
Okay. It doesn't change if it's full PPR for you?
Not at all.
Okay. I'm still going Woods.
Yeah, 18 targets over 2 games and 14 receptions. Yeah, it doesn't change in full PPR for me.
Yep.
All right. I don't got anything. I don't have any asking for friends. Do you have asking for friends? We're very disagreeable today.
It's like, on things I don't even want to disagree on. Like, I want to play John Brown too if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just my love of Woods. I guess maybe that's the case.
Right. I don't know. Could be. I'm firmly on John Brown. So, you know how this goes. If it's John Brown.
When you're on somebody, you're on somebody.
If it's John Brown, you'll get a text at like 3 o'clock or whatever saying, I told you so. So
I mean, we won't know because the Browns and Rams play tonight.
Night game. Okay, so you get a text whenever that game's over with an "I told you so."
if it happens, I mean, what you're really hoping for is that they both blow up, and then you just hope that you have the higher scoring one.
No, even if John Brown gets like 1 more yard than Robert Woods, that's what I'm going for.
That's right. I hope John Brown goes off. I have him in DFS. Well, I had him in DFS. I've gone off a bit, but
yeah,
I'm all for it.
Yep. All right. I think we're done here.
All right.
Wait, did you have asking for a friend?
I don't have any asking for friends.
I didn't either.
I have too many leagues to know if I have asking for friends.
Yeah, I do too. I just kind of figure them out on my own, especially since I stopped setting them during the show.
Yeah. That's probably good.
Probably got a lot of other things to do during the show.
That's right. We gotta worry about China #1 hacking our live stream.
Yeah. If anybody caught that before I got to hide that, my sincere apologies. Obviously, we don't condone that type of ignorant trolling bullshit behavior. It's something we haven't had to deal with a whole lot. Luckily, our fan base is pretty good. We've been doing YouTube live streams or some form of live streams for 3 years now. We've been doing the shows live for the last 2, and first time we've had to run into that. So again, if you caught that, our sincerest apologies. We try to address that quick, but we're using the new YouTube studio and everything like that. They just changed everything, so I have no idea where nothing is or where anything is. So
I gotta add. So we're gonna go back to TS's question about Brown. He posted his roster starting lineup. Thielen, Woods, and is his 1 and 2 right now. Would you play John Brown over Adam Thielen?
It'd be tough, but
I just find it funny because it's Thielen and Woods are effectively
the same.
I won't call them the same player, but they're kind of the same player.
I'd probably play Woods over Thielen actually, and plug in John Brown.
I think that's we're on Thielen from last year, and I love Adam Thielen. And I think if the Raiders can score early enough to make Minnesota throw a little bit more, then he's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
but week 1, Thielen had what, 3
targets and 43 yards, and last week he had 8 and 75. But that wasn't a loss, so you don't figure this one to be that way. It's like what you said with Diggs for game script. So I would almost start Woods over Thielen and plug in John Brown.
Because John Brown, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's hard to buy, into Buffalo, and it's hard to really buy in what we know through 2 weeks. But we kind of have to go off of what we've seen so far. And if Brown's got 14 targets,
it's 18 targets and 14 receptions over. And like 190, almost 200 yards over 2 games.
Yeah, so there's some merit if you want to do Woods and Brown over Thielen. But we're gonna move on. Dylan Diggs or John Brown's all over the place. I love it. Diggs or John Brown, half-point PPR. I'm going John Brown.
I went John Brown. I made this decision today.
This is somebody else asking. So
no. I made this decision myself.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
DJ Moore or Christian Kirk PPR.
Give me Christian Kirk, man. The guy's getting to work, and he doesn't have a backup quarterback. playing
I'm
football.
also on Kirk there. Other starters for Dylan are Ridley, Godwin, Chubb, Carson, and Kamara. I'm not starting.
No,
Well-
that's on top of his Diggs and John Brown.
Would you go
question.
Diggs over Ridley?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't like Ridley's match in terms of cornerback matchup. Colts have a strong secondary, but
They do.
they're going to throw the football. They have no running game right now.
Yep. Adrian Peterson or Cortland Sutton, half PPR. Need a streamer with James White out. Oof.
Sutton.
Peterson's
Got
a
it.
terrible matchup. You almost have to go Sutton. He's playing against Denver. Not a great matchup either, but I trust that way more than Adrian Peterson against Chicago's run defense.
I guess the better question is who has a better chance of scoring a touchdown? Because it's half point. So, I mean, Sutton's going to have a bit better floor. But barely. I mean, Sanders is the number one there. It's no question.
The Bears have,
at this point.
Bears have allowed, 24 points over 2 weeks?
So it's got to be Sutton. And, if you're going to attack Green Bay, it's through the secondary.
Yep.
Like, they have a great front seven.
And they have a secondary with a lot of potential, but outside of Amos back there, I mean, your cornerbacks are still young and developing. Alexander's, I think, another year or two is going to be great, but young secondary, so it works Sutton.
Yeah, I go Sutton here.
Yeah, if you set anybody for John Brown this year, you've probably ended up okay through the first couple weeks.
I mean, at least Dick scored last week.
He did, but it was.
I need to see
20 yards otherwise. So.
Yeah, I know. Like, I need to see 2 or 3 more weeks of this Minnesota offense. Like, I need to know that. Like, I can't see Kirk Cousins throwing the ball 10 times. I gotta know if that's going to be an
every week thing.
Well, no, of course it's not. And I don't think Oakland's going to press them enough to have to throw more than 20 times. But even 20 times is not a lot for these receivers.
Well, you see a lot ideally in game scripts like that about how a team wants to run their offense when they can just do whatever they want. And we knew when there were the issues with Zimmer last year and Flip that there was a difference of opinions there between what they wanted to do. We saw in week 1 what Minnesota wants to do when the game script allows them to do that. And that is scary for Diggs and Thielen owners.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's almost like they have a blow up week and you want to move off of them because it could be just be very volatile in terms of, like, they're the new age boom and bust where the players themselves aren't bad. It's the offensive play calling and just the schemes they want to run or what's really limiting, their work.
Yep. Let's put it this way. Mike Zimmer hates your fantasy team.
Yeah, he's the new Bill Belichick. he don't give a fuck.
Yep.
All right, we got to roll out. I got to get to the bar.
Yep, we got to go. Take care, guys. And again, if anybody caught, you know what? No, doesn't deserve any more airtime. See ya.
Yep.